oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson to throw again. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They go play action here on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Now Breeze got to have this one. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Ready. We're ready. Over. What's up?
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. Moore now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Single, slot.
Play action. Now Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Jackson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Breeze. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Oh.